All right, guys, this may not come as a surprise to you, but Amazon Pharmacy. If they haven't already done so many things that make your life, convenient, easy, simple, now they're taking over the pharmacy world, bringing your prescriptions right to you. They communicate with your doctor. Now you can just tell your doctor, oh yeah, send it to Amazon Pharmacy. It's delivered right to your door. Amazon Pharmacy works with most insurance plans nationwide. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get free 2-day delivery and you save on prescriptions, medications when paying without insurance. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get free 2-day delivery and save on prescription medication when paying without insurance. Super easy to do. Not too long ago, I got my account set up. It's very simple, very straightforward. I have an Amazon account. I'm an Amazon Prime member. And it runs you through a very easy process to get all set up and even make sure your insurance is connected to your account. And you can start by filling a prescription right away. So Amazon Prime members can save on prescription medication when not using insurance and get free 2-day delivery. Learn more at amazon.com/repsrx. That's amazon.com/repsrx. amazon.com/repsrx.
Let the games begin.
Hey guys, welcome back to Between the Reps with Brooke and Jeanna. Forgot what I was saying for a second.
She's like, what are we doing?
What am I doing right now?
All right, start it over, guys. Welcome back.
I was just saying I have zero energy right now.
I could kind of tell. Who sucked the energy out of you?
The mentor.
The AAA guy.
Oh.
Brooke and I were on our way to the 9 a.m. class, and we ran out of gas.
Yep.
So we sat on the side of the road for about an hour waiting for AAA.
The gas gauge is a little bit wonky.
I just feel like the day started out kind of funky.
It
so
did.
Now I'm feeling funky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I think will make you feel better?
What?
Like a shower.
Is that a suggestion?
No,
because you're looking at me and going,
No, it's because I know that's.
I do need a shower.
Like I showered this morning, but I didn't wash my hair.
Yeah.
And I told you, I was like, man, I just need a reset.
Yeah.
I need to shower. It's commitment.
Yeah.
Shower.
I wish it was that
dry
easy.
your
You
hair.
just hit a button and everything's
Ding.
done. Bink.
Yeah. Or like in the Jetsons where you probably could just go into a room and you just stand there and it
all the arms come out.
yeah,
and
everything does it all for you.
Yeah.
Blow dries your hair, does your hair, and you just you're done.
Oh, sorry. My cord keeps going out.
We have a guest on
I got
today,
that shitty cord.
and so Jeanna, we're using that shitty cord that I'm gonna order a new one.
I figured you guys are gonna be talking more, so I'll take the shitty cord.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We have a guest today.
Yeah, we've
had him on before. Go ahead.
We've got Daniel Jahangard. I can't remember which button is applause.
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 Oh yeah. Yay.
Oh, and
Yay.
Did you recorded those buttons?
Hey guys,
He was
thank
playing
you.
with
Sit
him
down.
earlier.
Sit down. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Relax.
No. We thought it would be fun to have Daniel on to talk about being a gym owner and being in California, kind of just how things have degressed with having a business, being able to stay open, be open during.
I think it's digressed.
Digress?
I don't know. Don't people say that?
Oppress.
They say, I digress.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever
Anyway,
it is.
Whatever it is.
Words are hard.
People that are listening already know we're not smart.
Yeah. They're not here. They're not
No,
here
it's
for
true.
our knowledge. They're here to listen to us or watch us just almost implode.
Yeah. Blow up.
But yeah, I know a lot about it, but I think people might be interested in just hearing from personal story, especially just in California for people that aren't here, to know what it's really been like.
Being a business owner in this shitstorm.
What it was like in the very beginning too, when you had to be very creative of how can I keep something going, keep things going so you don't lose all your clients. And then when you finally can be open again, you have to start over.
Right.
Or maybe not have a gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you pay those bills?
I mean, we can start from the beginning. When
might as well.
Yeah, so back in last year, March, or this year, March, they closed us down. And so what we did was we went just all online, which I think a lot of other kind of CrossFit style gyms went with. And we just had a schedule. So consistency with Zoom classes. We rented out all our equipment out to all our full-time members. So they kept their membership and they got dumbbells and kettlebells. Kind of like not the best trade, they're paying, a high inclusive like membership of like $180 a month to receive a dumbbell or kettlebell.
But, I don't know, with all those prices going up, that's probably
that's
about
true.
how much it costs to get a dumbbell on.
They should have returned it.
Yeah, people can't even get equipment.
Yeah, you can't even get it anymore.
And so, when that happened, we went to Zoom. Then we started doing just programming with dumbbells and with kettlebells, specifically just for our members instead of just blasting like workouts online, just to show more value. And then we learned how to do videography. That was one of the things we learned how to do, is how to make quality content videos, again, to show more value and kind of separate ourselves from everyone else, because everyone's on their phone, everyone's on Instagram. And I'll tell you this, we're so fortunate that the community that we have, and I think that with a lot of these kind of fitness facilities, the community is what kept us going. They paid their membership, they paid their 6 months, they paid their 3 months, and because with the reason being is they love what the product is and they want it back when things can open back up.
Yeah, they don't want it to disappear.
Right.
Exactly. So that support was pretty invaluable. I had a really good team behind me. You guys helped me a lot with making videos. You guys helped me a lot with, with things about separating the gym and getting it ready to reopen up. Marcus helped with, learning videography and building that content up. And it kind of evolved from there. And so when we got the green light to open back up, we were not only prepared, but we wanted to get people fired up for it. It was in the beginning where people were so unknown and kind of scared with it. So we made super colorful squares that were like 10 feet apart, 8x8 squares where everyone had their own, disinfectant, a whole weight stack of, weights.
Right, where they could have all their equipment in that one spot so people aren't going back and forth and sharing.
Exactly. And then, we did, people would sign in. They had to sign in before classes with classes capped. So these are the things that we kind of like changed from before, back in the olden days. It was just anybody shows up and it can be a class of 8 people or a class of 30 people that would happen at 4:30. So before COVID was trendy, that was what was happening. People would just show up and just have like a big throwdown, and the coach would have to make modifications on the fly and be like, hey, today's workout now has become a partner workout because we don't have equipment for 30 people. So when we reopened back up, people learned how to sign up. People learned how to register. People learned to get temperature checked outside, stay 6 feet away. And in the beginning, everyone was pretty stoked with what we had. Depending on the rig and our facility size, we were able to have 10 people in the beginning per class. Now, when we opened back up, we lost about a third of our members. Let it be with natural attrition or life changes and things like that. But we kept a good amount of them coming in, and so.
Well, and you guys, I thought very cool. Still, like when it started to open back up, you had a lot of people that they still didn't feel comfortable going, right? So
yes.
You were still doing like your Zoom.
We never stopped.
And supplying, making sure you did have something, like it wasn't the facility and all the equipment, but you were still programming and giving what you could to the people that didn't quite feel comfortable to come to the gym, no matter how, set up it was for what we were dealing with.
Yeah, that's true. So we did that. So we kept the majority of our Zoom classes still going on while we opened back up, kind of to get people that still weren't feeling totally comfortable or that just had they did not want to come to the gym at all. And just, again, giving that value with them. So we made a whole different program just for the Zoom classes on top of additionally for the regular classes. And that worked out pretty well for a while. Everyone was stoked about it. We have an outdoor area as well, which we would do some of the classes outside, just again to add that level of like comfortability, right? So, and with outside, we were able to put 14 people per class. So it kind of was, it was better to be outside in general, but we still needed the rack to squat. We still needed the rig to do pull-ups and things like that. And that's what we did for the first, I would say, like 3 or 4 months, and it worked out pretty well. You guys took classes both at that time and now. What'd you guys think?
Well, I would tell you if my microphone was working. How about you? Go ahead, Brooke.
You can use my mic too. I was stoked when you started doing more classes outside because it just offered up more space, like available, like people being able to be there for a class. I was stoked on anything, like no matter what was available for programming, what was available for equipment, the fact that the gym was finally going to allow people to be there again, I just needed to get out of my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
We
that
both
was,
did.
yeah. I mean,
Well, it's just nice to have more people there too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the way you have it set up too, really just like the protocol, I think it's not, the only thing that's different is less people are allowed per class.
Pretty much, yeah. Less people, and no one's sharing equipment.
Yeah, and
right.
and obviously we're not doing a lot of stuff. We're not using like a pull up bar or squat rack. But I think that that's actually really good for a lot of people to experience, and people getting stronger in a different way, like having them pull from the floor.
Right.
You know, because usually if you're doing front squats or, just things where you'd want to take it out of the rack, people don't ever really want to take it from the floor.
Right.
Because I remember when we were at the old facility, when classes would be so big and we only had so many available racks, people could take, just do the movement from the floor, like a little extra work, or you could share
Right.
with somebody. And not very many people want the extra work.
I don't.
Jeanna never took it from the floor.
I would try to talk, but I can't. Oh, well, now I'm not talking now.
Oh,
Okay.
So, doing that, we adapted pretty well. And again, with our business model, it's all about adapting. And so the members were just stoked, I think, just like with you, they were just stoked to have something that was outside of their house. And it became a pro and a con, right? We were able to offer this safe, socially distant, quality fitness program that people were so stoked to be a part of that wouldn't want to leave. And that became and it still is an issue, right? People won't leave. We need parking spots, because that's what's limited. We took our parking spots that we had in our facility and made it an outdoor gym.
mm-hmm.
So when people are just hanging around, you have a line of cars down the street that are just waiting to get in, which is frustrating for them. And then I'm feeling annoying that, hey guys, I know this is your only social time, but you guys got to really please leave right
They're
now.
not supposed to be socializing right now.
Well, 6 feet socializing.
Right.
6
No,
feet
I know.
socializing.
I
But
know.
you
Yeah,
know
I
what
just
I'm
want to
saying?
make sure that people
Yeah,
understand
6 feet
that.
socializing. Yes, that's
Then
the
everybody
only
takes their
way.
masks off and gets real close
Yeah.
and socializes.
But
No.
and so that's the thing, right? You're offering not only like a place for people to move and get fit and get strong, but you're also asking this, adding the social component that people have been missing for so long.
Right.
Everyone's been watched everything on Netflix and Hulu and all that, and so now this is their time where they get to see, Brooke or Jeanna want to talk and like what's new and hang out. And I get it, but I also have to run a business.
Yeah,
and that's where it gets kind of
You got to tell them to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
please leave.
Yes.
Please leave.
Well, you shorten classes
Yes.
to try to do that.
Oh, and that's another thing,
But
right?
then people still want to chat. And
Right.
I've been in line before texting you going,
I'm here, but
there's a line of cars. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden you pop out. And
And then, and so I guess that's another thing we've had to learn with. So we've shortened classes to 45 minutes, but the only thing that we've really changed is the warm-up portion. Our warm-ups now are really specific and get the athlete ready for whatever the task is at hand, get the equipment needed for the workout to get everything super streamlined. So our warm-ups are, 6 to 5 minutes long, and then it's like, hey, there's an empty bar, now get started. And then we try to end 15 minutes so people have that time to like leave class, clean up the equipment, put it back, and then get ready for the next class.
right. Because it takes a long time to clean that crap up.
Depends on how
does.
strong you are, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How strong you are.
Gina using all the weights. Gina's like, let me get those 45s, the metal ones. I need those. I need those ones on my bar.
Well, and it's ruining all your equipment.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. I feel like so many gyms are going to have so much ruined equipment after this because you're putting water and, chemicals on every single piece of metal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that's another constant thing. Some people
The weights
feel,
are stuck together.
Yes. Some people feel like they need to deep
Deep clean it.
clean it.
Yeah.
Use the whole spray bottle.
Right.
When really it's just a light coat.
Right.
It's strong enough. It's concentrated, but they feel like they need to shower the bars and shower the
Right.
weights and the rowers and all that. So
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
No.
it's really taking a toll
it is.
on it.
But so that's the big changes that we've done. And it worked pretty well for the first part of this COVID year, and then we went to the purple tier.
Yeah. The old purple tier.
Yeah.
Which is
Only outdoor facilities.
only outdoor
All
during the winter.
Yes, exactly. And so how do you make it work? You got to fire people up. You got to make it super sick. So what do?
Got lights.
We got lights. It looks like you're in a Tron
it looks like
movie.
a dance party out there.
For real.
Yeah.
You know, so we make these, again, quality content, showing these people, how awesome they are, keeping it fun, keeping it lighthearted with the video content that we're making sure that members are highlighted and make it fun. People now want to come to the coldest class there is just to see these pictures where they look like they're in like a Matrix movie. You know what I mean? They're in John Wick 4.
Right.
So they love it.
You just had to get a John Wick in there.
I had to do a John Wick.
Daniel's a huge
Keanu, if you're
John Wick
listening to
fan.
this, come to the gym. You won't have to pay a membership, and you can wear a mask if you want or if you don't want. I'll do anything.
It's up to you.
Yeah. So it's actually one of my fantasies to meet Keanu Reeves, and we hit off this amazing friendship. And he comes to the gym, and we do these icebreakers, and everyone goes around, says their name and their favorite Keanu movie, and then it goes to him last. It's like Keanu and John Wick 3. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
So long story short, purple tier outside, super cold. But again, making it fun, people just dress warm. Again, they adapt and they'll take anything. The community has been so supportive and they just want to be there and work out. Doesn't matter if they can't feel their fingers or anything like that. They're down to just get fit.
"2020 might be over. But, to be honest, I don't see moving into 2021, like all of our problems are going to be solved. I think that it's just the beginning of, honestly, even for myself, just a healing process that's going to be long. For me, it's not necessarily from 2020. It's from, personal relationship issues and my past. But BetterHelp is a great place to start. It was a great place to start for me. It definitely got me opening up a bit more, being willing to open up more about what I was feeling, and even just getting myself to try and express what I was feeling. Because for me, that's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's almost like I feel so much and so deeply that I cannot explain it with words. It's very hard for me. But BetterHelp was a great place to start because they have counselors that are special. They specialize in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, LGBT matters, grief, self-esteem, and anything you share is confidential. BetterHelp is affordable, it's convenient, and the service is available for clients worldwide. We want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/reps. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/reps. I've been going through the process of having to change my address. Like, you move somewhere, or for me, it's like I'm in between living somewhere because I've tried to find a place to live, tried to find a house, can't find one, really just can't get anyone to buy, take my money. And so now I'm in Utah. I've got to go to the post office. I've got to change my address. I changed it to my P.O. box, and I thought I'd still be in California. Anyways, now I'm in Utah. Address changes is such a pain. Such a pain. So certain things like shopping online, like my Amazon account, it saves my address. I can add a new address. I can change my address so easily. And now I can have my prescription sent right to my door. I can have my doctors just send my prescription through Amazon Pharmacy. So easy to use, so simple. And I can just change my address right there. I don't have to wait for weeks, months at a time to make sure the address change actually happens. Don't have to go stand in lines at a pharmacy when I need to get my prescription. No, it's delivered right to my door, super convenient, and you can use your insurance. You just add it in to your account. So they already have it on file. And Amazon Pharmacy works with most insurance plans nationwide. Also, Amazon Prime members, you get free 2-day delivery, and you save on prescription medications when paying without insurance. So it's a win-win. Learn more at amazon.com/repsrx. That's amazon.com/repsrx, REPSRX. Again, amazon.com/repsrx. With the, because I'm not sure, with the newest change.
Well, it started today.
That starts today. Yeah. Is that affect you at all? Or is it already kind of not really, because you only have so much available space. Like you really, because with shopping and things like that have been open, so now they've basically taken it down to, there was indoor dining, obviously, with things spread out, so no one was using their full restaurant. They, the full
right. They're not at full capacity.
Yeah.
Right.
And now they're taking it down to like now like in shops or it's only it was like 50%, and now you can only have like 20% of people that can go in there. So a lot of places we're getting to where, and I've heard of having to almost schedule an appointment to go in a store.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Lulu, yeah.
Yeah. Is that going to affect the gym at all, or maybe not really because there's only 14 spots outside?
It's not, because we're limited by our spots outside, and our facility is so big that if you're looking at the square footage, that percentage we still make 14 with the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So that works out really great with the outside facility. And right now with our shelter in place that happened now, it's really cool to see that outdoor fitness is looked as essential.
Right, because it wasn't the first time.
It wasn't the first time.
Right.
So it's cool, right? We're seeing some kind of progress with that. We're like, hey, gyms are really important, especially now. You guys can do it if you guys just do it right. And with that whole doing it right part, we've had some speed bumps where some people feel like we're not doing enough, and some people feel like we're doing too much. You know, and then navigating that has been like a whole new conversation. With being as like a business owner,
people feeling like they shouldn't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, and it's one of the,
like, well,
and I'll tell you this,
have to.
It's an option. You can wear a mask when you want to work out, but we ask people to wear masks as a consideration outside, staying 6 feet away. And for some people, I've had some members where that was a little too much, and they left the gym.
Right.
So that's a whole nother kind of thing that we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, I think it's hard. My sister runs an essential business, hardware stores, and she has people do the same thing where they feel like it's their right to not wear a mask, and it's she just looks at them like, I have to wear this 8 hours a day, like I'm wearing this all day long. So, I'm sorry if you have to wear a mask for a little while when you walk in and out, and then go take it off in the car and do all this. But we have to remember that there are people, we can't be upset with the business owners and the people who are implementing what we're being told that, they're being told that they have to do to stay open, and blame them for it.
Yeah.
People.
I was at a restaurant in St. George, and I was with my brother, my nephew, and we went in, we had our masks on, and we were going to sit to our table, and it was taking a little, I guess like the hostess was taking her a minute to seat us, and we had a reservation, but there was someone talking to her, like this woman talking to her before I got up to the stand, and she didn't have a mask on, and she was like explaining something to her or whatever. So she walked us to our table, and she just apologized to me. It was basically a customer that was really upset that she had to wear a mask to literally go from the door of the restaurant to her table.
To the table. Right.
And she told me, she's in, and I feel like this is probably the case in some places, where some of the customers are so unbelievably rude.
Yep.
Verbally abusive because they feel like they shouldn't have to wear one. Which obviously it's like, whatever you feel about it, okay. But like, you are in someone else's business. They have not made those rules.
Right.
It's rules that have been put on the city, state, whatever, and it's saying we need to do this, and this is what you need to do for you to continue business,
open.
like stay open,
right.
And
or you can be shut down.
Yeah, and it's like, for I on one hand, it's like I can understand, I can empathize with someone who feels whatever has caused them to have those strong of feelings to feel like I need to fight for my rights. Like I don't know where they,
well, you're just fighting the wrong person.
Yeah, it's like, but I don't know, like I'm not going to make an assumption of like where they came from or how they think or feel or why they feel that way. But at the same time, it blows my mind that not more people can't just be like logical with the fact that it's like, we're all just trying to do what's asked of us from the very, very higher ups, just so we can maintain the business being open, like, and maintain like local businesses, even be able to like stay open when it's all over, or like gyms to like, what can we do to have revenue so you can pay rent and stay open and have a job, or by the end of this, no one's going to have anything.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And I think that's the takeaway, right? We're just trying to stay afloat until this goes over, however long it takes. We're just trying to pay the bills, pay the coaches, and just make it another month.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, again, the community's been super helpful. Our realtor's been super helpful. They understand the situation. I think in Santa Cruz in general, like we're good. We're pretty good with supporting local businesses. But yeah,
there's still a lot that have gone out though.
So many.
Sure.
So many.
For sure.
And we, you know, I don't know how long it's going to go, but now that restaurants, now they don't even have their outdoor dining. I feel really bad for restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't have their outdoor dining now. They have to go back to just takeout. And that's just, I don't even know how they navigate through all that.
Yeah, we were down at Swaff,
Uh-huh.
and
It's a wine bar.
it's a wine bar downtown Santa Cruz, and they had created like just out in the street some tables, and they were doing their outdoor dining, and it was the last night that they could do outdoor dining. And so she was letting me know, she said they're going to be doing delivery and takeout, and that they are not going to be doing delivery through, and this will probably be the case for a lot of restaurants, but not through any sort of delivery app, but they're going to deliver it themselves.
Right.
So you'll just call, order, and they're going to deliver. You know, obviously I'm not dealing with anything like that, but I can't even imagine the stress of so many changes constantly, like getting better, getting worse, getting better, getting worse, and having to think on the fly, be super creative, and try and figure out a way to continue to make money and pay your rent. And like in California and in Santa Cruz, like the rent is ridiculous.
Oh, and the housing market's still going up.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
How does that work?
Dude, housing market's going up. People that have these restaurants, fine dining restaurants, like, you know, trying to increase people coming and eating there. But if people aren't coming in and using it as like a night out, or, you know, something to go and do with friends, it's only for takeout, or, you know, you're just not, I feel like you're not going to see, you just naturally won't see as much
Revenue. Yeah.
We went to that place Home. They said they did some pretty interesting things. There was a restaurant we reviewed, and they said that what they're doing to stay afloat is they're just doing whatever like their regular restaurant is. They're just doing it in bulk, and then now they're just attacking farmers markets. Do you know what I'm saying? So the same recipes that you can get, they're trying to give you that kind of food in like farmers markets, and they're trying to adapt like that. Or I saw 515, a cocktail bar. They're doing whiskey flights that you can buy to go as like gift baskets.
Right.
Just as
smart.
the creativity is kind of, you know, it's kind of cool, but yeah, it's definitely not easy at all to understand what the overhead is, how much you need to make. You know, there was that fried chicken place that we like, Kickin' Chicken. Yeah. They were going to have a brick and mortar restaurant, and they canceled it. They're like, why would we do that when we need to turn 80 tables to break even when we can't even have indoor dining? So might as well just do food delivery and just try to crush it.
And they're crushing it.
Well, they have a good product.
You guys are in
They have a good product.
Santa Cruz area, Kickin' Chicken.
Super good.
It's
crazy
so
salty.
good.
You've never seen Daniel get so excited.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, the Kickin' Chicken is probably one
Remember
of the...
you would just show up with like 5 boxes of it, and you thought that they were
hooking me up?
They were hooking you up?
Yeah. Dude, I thought that they liked me so much. They're like, oh my God, David? I said, no, Daniel. But they would be like, you did your order again? I was like, yeah, you know, can I get like 3 large chickens? Can I get some extra wings? All that. And like, cool. And I was like, yo, Jeanna, they keep giving me, they love me, man. They give me 3 extra boxes every time I order. They give me double the portion. And then I realized, hold on, one order is 2 boxes. I didn't realize that till about a year later. You know what I mean?
And tons of money later.
Tons of money later. There's always leftovers.
Yeah.
But yeah,
always leftovers.
Definitely the best fried chicken in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, it's really good.
So good.
God.
Best chicken sandwich I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about just like change wise, since now we don't have a rig. You know, so you were mentioning like picking stuff off the floor, which is great. People will indirectly PR their cleans when trying to do a heavy front squat, which I think is kind of cool. Like that's kind of a cool, you know, optimistic way of looking at how we're doing things. And
it's a side effect.
Yeah, it's a side effect of, you know, of the purple tier.
Yeah.
People are just cleaning more weight they've ever did and then trying to squat it. So that's really cool. And the majority of the fitness you can still do. You just got to make it fun. So we're trying to get creative, making new like movements. So we have one called the Kirpy. So it's a kettlebell swing plus a burpee. Colby has a bunch of Kirpies today, right? Yeah, he went hard. They were awful.
Said they were awful.
Yeah, and so just things like that, make it fun, make a fun name. Everyone's like, hey, time to get Kirpies. You know, come to the gym. not the bar. And so, doing that makes it, again, more fun. So people are like, man, I just want to do a muscle up. I want to do a bar muscle up, or I want to do a chest to bar pull up. So, you know what else is cool? Bicep curls. And so, now we're programming bicep curls,
Right.
We're bent over rows, dumbbell bench press. Again, making it fun, making fitness still happen. And then with all these other variations that people, never really did, but now they can kind of come and, make it fun.
All these made up things.
I mean, bicep curls are real.
No, I know.
But yeah, but burpees are not real. We have, what else we have? We have the jump X.
Slurpees.
No, we don't have no Slurpees.
We have the V-Tucks.
We have the V-Tucks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those
Yeah.
movements, I know people, it's fun. And again, it helps us as programmers try to be creative with it. Because, what do you have? And then on top of that, the community aspect is so big that we try to do like a lot of partner workouts as well, but social distancing style. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, how many did you get? What? No, but you know what I mean? Like, we'll have people spaced out. So, for example, since everyone we know who's showing up. So, for example, this is a great example. For example, I see Brooke and Jeanna, and obviously Jeanna wants someone that is her level to work out
Right.
and
So
push her. So she wants you.
obviously
Yeah,
be
so
with
she
Brooke.
wants
She wants you. She
Yeah.
wants you. And so I can see everyone's name that's coming to the class, so I can partner people up before and organize them because everything is already color coded. So I'll be like, Jeanna,
Okay.
you're in green square, Brooke, you're in blue square, and I know that those are numbered that you two will be partners. So again, another hat that the coach has to do now is partner people up that's appropriate. And so you guys can still get a partner workout, social distancing, social fitnessing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's a pretty
And then
cool
do you
thing.
just put them like in the squares next to each other?
Exactly. So we have
they're
them all
not
numbered.
diagonal, so they aren't screaming
Exactly.
across
So I
the
wouldn't
way.
have you guys are partnered and you're in the front and you're in the back. No. So we have
Yeah.
organized the outside setting where everyone's across from each other. So it's like you two are together, you two are together, you two are together, like husbands and wives, people that want to like push each other, people that are newer. So that again is like another value that we can add and still offering partner workouts that are socially distant.
Do people ever get upset with who you partner them with?
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
Okay.
For sure. They'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, why couldn't I be partnered with Jeanna?
Yeah, that's
That's
usually
what
what,
they
it
say.
is.
Yeah. So, but that's another thing we offer, and then before when we had to do the whole inside outside thing, some people wanted to always know, is the workout outside? Is the workout inside? Is the workout outside? Is the workout inside? So I said, hey, we're just going to make every Saturday class outside. So if you sign up for Saturday, it will always be
You know.
guaranteed outside.
Well,
So
now everybody knows it's going to be
now
outside.
everybody knows it's outside. But
Yeah.
before, that was another level of like comfortability and transparency that like people that want to still be part of the gym but don't know if they're going to be inside or outside, they know that Saturday's like
Right.
that. And so we even changed it on our schedule. But yes, now everyone knows everything is outside.
Yes.
When I was younger, the main cereal that we had in my house, I mean, we would have, maybe like one sugary cereal. But the truth is, in the matter is when it comes to cereal, I mean, we all know that we shouldn't eat too much of it. It's full of sugar. It's not that great for you. And if you're like me, you don't just stop it. You don't have like a little, you have a full bowl. But with Magic Spoon, you guys, listen to this. Magic Spoon cereal, you get 0 sugar, 11 grams of protein, and only 3 net grams of carbs in each serving. They have 4 flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, and blueberry. And all of them are so good. My 2 favorites probably, though, are the frosted and the blueberry. They taste amazing, and it almost makes you feel like there's no way. Like, there's hidden ingredients in this. But there aren't. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. So basically, it's air. Basically, you're eating air. And it tastes so good. It tastes so good. Go to magicspoon.com/reps to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code REPS at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. That's magicspoon.com/reps and use the code REPS to save $5 off. We thank Magic Spoon for sponsoring the podcast. I think too, something that I like is having the outdoor area where everything is kind of, you're in your own square, you show up and you get there and it's like, oh, it's all my stuff. And
Yeah.
no one's going to take your stuff.
Oh yeah,
You don't like-
that was a
you don't
big
like-
deal before.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Dude, there was always
Somebody
people that
jump
would
on your
complain.
rower.
Yeah, you'd
Yes.
you'd set your stuff up and then you'd like walk away to like either have a drink or grab a different piece of equipment that we need or go to the bathroom. You come back and you're like, wait, where'd my
Yeah,
where'd my
I needed the 15.
And you always wonder, like, what's going through that person's mind? Like, I set this whole thing
Narcissism.
up. Yeah. Like, somebody just walked in and they were like, oh my God, somebody just set this up for me.
Yeah.
This must be mine.
Yeah.
Who thinks like that?
But I love that not only do you have that, but I feel like you almost have an opportunity in the outdoor area to interact with people more.
Interesting. What do you mean?
Like,
Because you're out in the open?
no, maybe just because of the way it's all set up.
Yeah.
You clearly can see everybody. You clearly can like almost have commentary. Obviously in the gym, I mean, people just pick their spot and you kind of, it can be a little bit more messy. But
It's like you're all like dogs in a cage.
yeah. But like a cage you like.
Right. That's what I meant.
Going to Daniel's gym, I feel like a dog in a cage.
I just meant, I was thinking of the pound where all the dogs are all separated, but they're all like, hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
All dogs are Scooby Doo in Gina's pin of dogs. But
I'm just envisioning.
I think you're right. I think the fact that it is open, there's no barriers. You can see everyone and every single person.
Well, and everyone's
the way it's laid
stuck
out.
there, so it's like
You're not moving around.
there's not people walking by and they're just there.
Well, I mean, I
in your
guess
square.
also too is it's easier. It's more quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's if people are, it doesn't get loud. It doesn't feel like there's so much going on and you are not involved in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, the Sonos that you have is great for music.
Shout out Sonos Move. That's what it is. Sonos Move.
Sonos Move.
It puts out some sound.
Puts out some sound, lasts a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's the range is pretty good and all the coaches know how to use it. So again, we even added more speakers outside since we know we're going to be out there, some weatherproof like Bluetooth ones. So if we ever have like a movie night, which we did, trying to keep like a social distancing
Movie night.
community social building, it works out like that.
Dude, I'd have to bring binoculars.
No,
You're
dude,
so blind.
Dude, how big you think the screen? It's huge. You don't need it. It's a big screen. It's like do you bring binoculars at a movie theater?
She's pretty blind.
At a movie theater?
No, but sometimes, I mean, sometimes we go to the movie and I bring my glasses
Yeah.
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah. She can't see far away. I have to look for her far away, and she has to look for me up close.
Yeah.
You guys are driving
Together.
Yeah. She'll go,
Together.
Gina, what's that street sign say?
California.
Yeah.
Together we have
What's that
20/20
text say?
vision.
Yeah.
What's that text say?
Yeah. I don't text when I drive.
What's on the menu?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely can't see a menu.
So I guess those are like the big things that we're doing, and then constantly just reminding people to like kind of keep their space out of respect for everybody. People sometimes forget the time that we live in and they want to like show someone something on the phone. Did you guys see that Tom Cruise thing?
Oh no.
Oh.
I mean, you did
showed
show
us.
us.
Yes.
You showed
You
us.
can talk
God.
about it.
Yeah, talk about it.
So Tom Cruise, if you're listening to this, come to the gym too. You won't have to wear a mask either. But no, Tom Cruise was just making Mission Impossible 13 or 14. And there's an audio clip online that I'm sure most people have seen. I've sent it to you guys. But he just goes apeshit on some staff. I don't know what they were doing. They were like huddled together looking at a screen. And he just ripped them a new one. Just pretty much saying like, people are looking at this project to make movies. I'm on phone with insurance companies. You guys are messing this up and have the potential to shut it down. We're giving thousands of people jobs, thousands of people, a bunch of money. Don't ruin this. And yeah, he was super passionate. He didn't fire them though. He just warned them aggressively, which I thought was sick. And he was just super passionate about keeping this movie business alive, which now, how is it happening?
Oh, right.
Everything is
I know.
online or HBO Max. We rented out a whole theater for $80 to watch movies that are out in theaters. $80 for 10 people to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Dude, I rent that out every week. $80.
I know.
Remember those old school movies where like the rich guy would like close out the mall for like the girl?
Right, yeah.
I feel like you could do that every week with the movie theaters back then.
For sure.
For $80, you can be like the rich guy.
Yeah.
That, closes the shop. But yeah.
You're taking a date.
So yeah, he just went apeshit on it about people breaking it. So sometimes I will never talk to anyone like that. But they'll be like, hey guys, can you please?
I could never see you talk to somebody like that.
In my mind, I could be like, yo, watch this. I'm going to handle this shit right here. Yo, back the... but really
And then he's like,
hey guys, excuse me so much. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Can you guys please keep your 6 feet separation? Thank you so much.
like, I'm sorry for, but could you, actually no, just continue what you're doing.
Yeah.
I can't remember who was talking about it, but there was a video. And so down in LA, there was something to do with the fact that, like, there's these restaurants that are shutting down.
Yeah.
Because just basically everyone knows, we already talked about it. And them kind of being upset that Hollywood was still open.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
saw that.
And that makes so much sense. It does, because especially when you think of in terms of, well, I think initially you'd think like, all these people with these jobs trying to like get by, keep their business open, pay their bills, take care of their family, whatever, you immediately might think of the big money makers in Hollywood, but you forget about like he says, like there are thousands of jobs,
Right?
like people like
Right. Yeah.
it's supplying thousands of people, and that's what their profession is.
Yeah.
Whether it's doing, you're an assistant or you're in charge of like the food or beverage, or there's so many. It takes so many people to run that business, and I really appreciate. I mean, I think that he was very aggressive, but I kind of like that. I kind of liked it, what he did.
Yeah.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
But it's that right there. It's like you have all these people that want to put like the light on that industry, and almost in a way be like, how is it okay that you're still making movies when I'm struggling to like pay the bills to keep this business open because of the rules that are coming down on the state.
Right.
And
Which makes sense.
He took it, it's like, it's very serious, and like for them to be, there's people that are checking video or whatever, like did they capture the shot, and they're not following the rules. He's very passionate about it. Like
Well, and they better keep making movies, or else I'm going to run out of things to watch.
Gina has watched everything on Rotten Tomato that is 29% and below. So anything from The Curse 2, Annabelle 7, The Ring 9, or, Haunted Horror House 17. She's watched it all.
everything.
I have watched everything,
Like,
and I don't care if it's rated well or not.
No, she prefers it not to be.
No, that's
she
not
wants a
true.
challenge.
You say that every time.
Gina wants a challenge. Dude, there was, yeah.
What?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll come in, I'm like, what are you watching? Oh, this one, her daughter was dead, but then she was alive, but then she was dead.
Rated 9%.
Yeah, 6%.
And I'll say it's really shitty, but I'm committed, so I'm going to have to watch it to the end now.
She gives everything a shot.
I do.
And even like for me, I think we were watching something that was so stupid, so weird. And we just kept giving it a try, right? Even though in the first 10 minutes we're like, oh, this is
going to be bad.
But the thing is like, if I really can't get into it, I'll turn it off.
Yeah.
She will watch it through.
She has grit. I think it's called grit, resiliency.
Gumption.
Yeah.
She's got grit when it comes to shitty movies.
There was what was that movie we saw where it was him that had sex with himself that had a son?
Oh my God.
It was like a time
Yes,
time
it's like
travel movie.
Oh my God, what movie was that? I
was
can't
with
remember
Ethan
the
Hawke.
name of it. It was yes.
Do you want to spoil it for the fans? Do you want me to say the name?
No, say it.
Predestination.
Predestination. Don't watch it.
Don't yeah. Gina watched it 3 times, but don't watch it. Gina watched it 3 times, but don't watch it.
No, it has the weirdest premise. This person keeps coming back.
So it's time
You explain
travel.
it. You can explain it better than I can.
No. You're the one that rented it 3 times where you could have purchased it for cheaper. But it's essentially a person it's like a time travel cop that is trying to stop this person. And what ends up happening, spoiler, that person I think was him, but then he fell in love with someone else that he had sex with. But I think that person was the female version of himself from a different timeline.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So he actually was the product. He was the child of himself and himself.
Oh my.
No, it was so confusing. I was like, that's not possible. I mean, obviously time travel, as we know, we don't think that's possible either. But I couldn't wrap my head around it.
I can't wrap my head around.
I mean, I don't think you're
so
supposed
many
to.
like that premise, like some of these
Time stuff screws me up.
Some of these shows that actually make it to be available,
Dude.
either in the movie theater or like on Netflix or on
Yes.
Hulu, where I've thought to myself, like, I wonder if these companies, they actually maybe in their if they had an amount of movies that they wanted to produce or have available
Right.
every year or every month, it's like they leave a select number just for really shitty movies.
Well, so I just watched a bad movie. Gina recommended it. It was called Jiu-Jitsu.
I did not recommend that. I wouldn't even watch that.
Colby, you seen this?
First of all, that is a lie.
So
It looked stupid.
So the premise is this: Nicolas Cage, Tony Jaa, and some other actor. They are jujitsu masters, and they have to fight this alien that comes every 6 years that challenges them to win. And I watched this movie on Gina's recommendation, and it was awful.
No.
It was awful. And then what you're thinking about this, you're thinking about like, okay, what do you think they think? You think as they're recording it, do you feel like they're like, hey man, this is fucking awful, but it's too late. We spent so much money, just make it. Or do you feel like they're like, hey dude, this is so fucking bad, but you know what? We'll fix it in post. And they didn't. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
you always wonder
Ran
about
out of
those kind of
money or
movies.
something.
But I guarantee you there has to be a niche that of people watching these horrible bad movies.
Well,
and then sometimes
I watched some of them.
there you go.
Not that one.
You got 1 out of 3 people
The
watching
best
these movies.
part is like, I think it was within 30 minutes you texted me and you said, this movie is terrible. And I was, well, yeah, what'd you think?
You know what it was? It was so
what
bad.
did you think? It looked bad.
Yeah, but sometimes you want a movie that's so bad that it's funny.
Yeah.
But then sometimes
Yeah.
movies are just so bad that they're bad. It was one of those where it'd be like a super tight, Kobe. It'd be a super tight shot of like Keanu Reeves.
This is where he goes film nerd.
Nicolas Cage. It's like, come here. And he like grabs the person. And then it's like a super far away shot of like somebody that's not Nicolas Cage doing like a backflip. And then it cuts back to Nicolas Cage, like, you know, landing from the backflip. You know one of those?
Yes.
God, it was bad. It was just bad.
I just imagine like the person going in to like pitch the idea to be like, all right, so there's this guy,
Okay.
and he's a cop,
Yeah.
but he's got to keep going back in time to like stop this person.
Love it.
But then turns out that he was going back in time,
Shut up.
but that was actually him.
Oh my God.
And then he went back to another time, but maybe didn't realize it. And then he fell in love with this chick who actually is him
Yes.
from another time. And then those two people fuck, and then
Okay.
they have a baby, but actually that baby is also him.
Fucking perfect. Call Ethan Hawke. Call Ethan Hawke
Let's
right
get
now.
it done. Take my money.
Ethan Hawke's down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in.
Dude, so anyway, on the topic of movies, just because I was just reading this, what are one of your favorite holiday movies of December?
Elf.
Yeah, that's actually, that's a great one.
One that I had kind of forgot about how funny it was, and I watched it with my parents, was Fred Claus.
Is that the one with Tim Allen?
No, that's
The Santa Claus.
Oh,
Fred,
sorry.
Fred Claus.
Idiot.
Fred Claus is with let me get it.
Fred Claus. Oh no, wait. What did we just watch that was really ended up being really funny?
That's actually a
It's
great.
with Vince Vaughn.
Oh yes. I've seen that. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
It
Yeah.
is funny. So many good.
He's the brother of Santa Claus.
Yes.
Yes, I remember that.
Fred Claus.
Yes. Fred
Good.
Claus.
Yeah.
It's so good.
What was that? What was the Mel Gibson one we watched?
See, that's a good example of a bad movie that was good.
Yes.
It's called Fat Man, and the premise is Mel Gibson is Santa Claus, and he gives bad kids a lump of coal, but one of these bad kids that he gave a lump of coal for hired a hitman to kill him. And so the hitman does this like super intricate thing where it's like, where do all the letters go that kids write Santa Claus? So he goes to the post office and he's like, where does this go? And then you find
Hunts him
out,
down.
you find out that it's like a showdown between Mel Gibson and this guy.
But like in the meantime, there are so many bad kids nowadays
Oh,
that
yeah.
the elves aren't that busy.
Yes.
So Santa he outsources to the
military.
The military.
Dude,
It's so
it's
actually
entertaining.
clever. It's
Yeah.
entertaining.
There
And
you
the
go.
guy that plays the hitman is hilarious. And he has a vendetta against him because one time he gave him coal or I don't know, it's something. It was something.
I feel like if you're a hitman, you're for sure getting lumps of coal as like a child.
right.
This kid's not
You have
getting a
some
bunch
kind
of toys.
Some kind of issues
Yeah.
in your past,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
that's a perfect example of like a bad movie that was good. And could you imagine the pitch? So I got a guy. He gets a lump of coal, hires a hitman, kills Santa Claus. Sign it up. Get Mel Gibson. You know, get him.
Oh my God.
It's good.
So yeah, I think for me, Family Man. You know how
Yeah,
much
I
I
know.
like that movie.
I feel like isn't that
Family
more of
Man?
a Thanksgiving movie
I don't even know. It's just one of those movies
I
of
thought
like
it was
what
like-
if movies. Do you ever
Yeah.
see that movie?
I don't know.
with
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas
He's like
Cage.
super rich, gets all the girls, is super unhappy, and then he makes like a wish or something happens where he wakes up of like this.
He's like a married guy.
He's a married guy. It was
With
like
a
it was like a
family.
pivotal moment in his youth where he could do two things: travel
Yes,
for work.
yes. No, I have
or
seen it.
stay with this.
Yes, I have seen that movie.
And it's like the what if.
long time ago.
Definitely
Yeah,
like
it's a
that
cute
movie.
movie.
53% on Rotten Tomatoes.
More than 30, Gina. More than 30. Remember that.
I feel like Elf has probably a good percentage.
Elf's probably in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elf's
look.
Are
great.
you checking it?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? What's the year of Elf? You don't realize that
84%.
I beat you.
Okay. What's the year of Elf?
2003.
That's crazy. 17 years ago?
Dude, great movie.
Now you know how I feel.
Jeez.
Everything's like, oh my God, that was 30 years ago.
Wonderful, wonderful time. Wonderful life. When I was a kid, the movie was A Wonderful Life, see? Then there was Technicolor.
Or was it?
Then it was Technicolor. Just silent movies like, Merry Christmas.
Why'd you just do that like it was a Godzilla movie?
No, not a foreign movie. You know how like those muted movies, it would just be like, and there'd be like a blank screen, like, hey, where are you going? And I'd be like, hey, come over here.
I'm not that old. We had color.
You did?
We had color.
We had color back then.
Sick.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
all right. Well,
went from the gym to bad movies.
Our movie reviews.
Yeah.
we bounced around probably a little less than people like. So next time we'll
be more scattered.
We'll be more scattered.
Yeah.
You guys think? Well, first of all, Daniel, thanks for
thanks for coming
with
and
us.
Yeah, thank you so much for
telling
having
us,
me. And,
all about being a business owner during COVID.
Yeah.
I'm stoked with the love of the community. I'm stoked with having quality people support us, and I'm stoked to ride this out and see what happens at the other side.
Yeah.
If you weren't stoked about something, would you tell us?
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
No, because he would have already figured out a way to
make it a positive.
See something in it that he was stoked on.
It's all about perspective, right? It's all about perspective.
That a positive.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cutting out.
All right, guys, thanks for listening to another episode of Between the Reps with Brooke and Jeanna.
Don't
Remember
forget to
rate, review, subscribe, 5-star rating, 5-star warning.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Oh, I don't know when this is coming out, but Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
I don't know.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
When I was younger, the main cereal that we had in my house, we would have, maybe one sugary cereal. But the truth is, in the matter is, when it comes to cereal, we all know that we shouldn't eat too much of it. It's full of sugar. It's not that great for you. And if you're like me, you don't just stop it. You don't have a little, you have a full bowl. But with Magic Spoon, you guys, listen to this. Magic Spoon cereal, you get 0 sugar, 11 grams of protein, and only 3 net grams of carbs in each serving. They have 4 flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, and blueberry. And all of them are so good. My 2 favorites probably, though, are the frosted and the blueberry. They taste amazing, and it almost makes you feel like there's no way. There's hidden ingredients in this. But there aren't. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. So basically, it's air. Basically, you're eating air. And it tastes so good. It tastes so good. Go to magicspoon.com/reps to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code REPS at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. That's magicspoon.com/reps and use the code REPS to save $5 off. We thank Magic Spoon for sponsoring the podcast.